You've lived this moment. You're staring at your phone late at night, reading her message twice. Not because it was complicated, because something about it felt different. She didn't just text, "You up?" She asked how your meeting went. She remembered that thing you said last week. She checked in. For real. And now your mind starts spinning. Wait, is this changing? Is she actually starting to care? Am I still just convenient? Or am I becoming something more? Do I finally matter here? Here's the truth most men miss. A woman rarely announces when you stop being an option. She shows it. Quietly. Emotionally. Through patterns. Because when her feelings deepen, her nervous system shifts before her words do. You're not overthinking this. You're noticing something real. And man, every guy who has ever genuinely mattered to someone has stood exactly where you're standing. By the end of this video, you'll understand the 7 subtle but powerful signs she's no longer keeping you around for convenience. She's starting to emotionally choose you. Let's get into it. Most people believe becoming more important to her is about impressing her more. More attention, more chasing, more proving yourself. But the real truth is deeper. When a woman starts seeing you as more than an option, it usually isn't because you performed better. It's because you created safety. Her nervous system is reading consistency before her mind fully understands commitment. That's what most people never realize. Real attachment doesn't deepen through intensity alone. Not more flirting, not more mystery, not playing harder to get, but emotional steadiness, presence, predictability. Because beneath the surface, love isn't just attraction, it's trust. And trust forms when she starts feeling like you are not another source of confusion, but a place where her walls can finally come down. That's when everything changes. So if you're wondering whether she's starting to choose you for real, don't just watch her words, watch her patterns. Because patterns always tell the truth. Number 1, she starts prioritizing you without being asked. Here's the part no one talks about. Most couples think commitment begins with labels, but honestly, emotional investment starts much earlier. When she begins naturally making room for you in her life, her feelings are already shifting. Not forced time, not guilt replies, not maybe if I'm free, but intentional effort. Because when someone's attachment deepens, connection becomes something they protect. Before, I'm super busy this week, maybe another time. After, this week is hectic, but I really want to see you Thursday. That difference matters. One keeps you optional. The other says, you matter enough to plan around. Her internal world is quietly shifting toward, I don't want to lose this. And when that happens, you stop feeling like someone she entertains and start becoming someone she intentionally turns toward. That's when you begin feeling real. Number 2, she becomes emotionally transparent. This is where it gets really interesting. Most people in relationships assume vulnerability naturally grows with time. It doesn't. Time alone doesn't create openness. Safety does. When she starts sharing deeper fears, insecurities, past pain, or emotional struggles, she's not just opening up. She's lowering defenses. Because emotional intimacy isn't built through perfection. It's built when someone feels safe enough to stop performing. Before, I'm good. After, honestly, I've been feeling off lately. Small sentence, massive shift. Because beneath the surface, her nervous system is saying, maybe I can trust you with the real version of me. And here's what changes everything. When she trusts you with her inner world, you're no longer just romantic potential. You're becoming emotionally significant. That's when walls begin to soften. Number 3, she starts including you in her future. And this is the one most men overlook. When she sees you casually, she focuses on moments. When she sees you seriously, she starts imagining continuity. Future language appears, naturally. We should go there this summer. You'd actually love my sister. Next month, we should try that. This isn't random. This is her emotional brain beginning to place you inside her long-term framework. Most people wait for dramatic declarations, but here's what nobody explains. Serious feelings often reveal themselves in ordinary sentences. Her internal monologue quietly becomes, I can actually picture him here. And bro, that changes everything. Because now, you're no longer temporary excitement. You're becoming part of her emotional roadmap. That's how real attachment begins. Number 4, she cares more about losing you. Not through games, not through control, not toxic jealousy, but emotional weight. Most people misunderstand this sign. When someone values you deeply, disconnection feels heavier. Your distance impacts her more. Conflict feels more important. Repair matters more. Before, she disappears and feels unaffected. After, hey, are we okay? That sentence carries emotional significance, because what she feels beneath the surface is, this connection matters enough that instability feels uncomfortable. And that's huge, because when your absence creates emotional friction, you're no longer disposable. You matter. That's when someone stops treating you like an option and starts protecting the bond. Number 5, she becomes consistent. Consistency changes everything. Most people confuse chemistry with commitment, but chemistry can be chaotic. Real feelings create stability. If she's emotionally choosing you, her actions stop feeling unpredictable. Less hot and cold, less confusion, less emotional whiplash. Because clarity replaces uncertainty. Before, deep connection one week, distance the next. After, steady replies, reliable effort, predictable care. Her nervous system is quietly saying, I'm not just feeling this, I'm building this. And here's what nobody explains. This isn't some dating strategy. This is what emotional maturity naturally looks like. When consistency replaces confusion, trust begins anchoring connection. And that's when love starts feeling safe. Number 6, she starts caring about your emotional world too. Here's the deeper layer. Casual dynamics are usually self-focused, but when her feelings deepen, your experience starts mattering more. She doesn't just want your attention. She wants your well-being. She notices your mood. She asks deeper questions. She becomes emotionally present. Before, why are you acting weird? After, you seem off. Want to talk? That shift is powerful, because now she's not reacting to your behavior, she's responding to your humanity. Her inner world is saying, your feelings matter to me too. And that's one of the clearest signs of real partnership. Because relationships transform when both people stop asking, what can I get? And start asking, how do I protect what we're building? That's when connection stops feeling transactional and starts feeling like home. Number 7, she chooses you even when it's inconvenient. This is the strongest sign of all. Most people can show interest when things are easy, when there's chemistry, when there's excitement, when nothing feels threatened. But real emotional investment reveals itself when things get hard. When she chooses repair over avoidance, honesty over withdrawal, connection over ego. Before, conflict creates distance. After, I'm upset, but I don't want us to disconnect. Man, that's different. That's not casual energy. That's emotional choice. Because beneath the surface, her nervous system is saying, this matters more than my impulse to protect myself. And that's rare. When someone consistently turns toward the relationship during difficult moments, you are no longer just an option. You're becoming real love. So here's the bigger truth. This isn't about decoding random mixed signals. It's about recognizing when someone's patterns are shifting toward genuine attachment. Because when you understand real connection, you stop chasing validation and start recognizing emotional truth. These signs aren't a checklist. They're evidence. Evidence that her walls are lowering, that trust is growing, that safety is forming, that what once felt uncertain may actually be becoming real. And when you learn to recognize that, you stop settling for confusion. You stop begging for clarity. You start choosing relationships where presence, consistency, and emotional safety speak louder than empty words ever could. Because love was never about being someone's backup plan. It's about becoming someone they choose, clearly, deeply, and without hesitation.